Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something super fascinating, mythology. Mythology isn't just a collection of old stories from ancient cultures. It's a treasure trove of wisdom and imagination that continues to shape our world today. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's explore some mind-blowing facts about myths that relate to us all. First off, let's clarify what mythology really is. Simply put, mythology is a collection of myths, a mix of traditional stories that explain things about the world, the gods, and human nature. Now, it's important to differentiate between myths, legends, and folk tales. Myths usually involve gods and creation stories, while legends often center on heroes and historical figures. And folk tales are more about everyday people and morals. Each culture has its own unique spin on these stories, but they all share common themes, like the search for meaning in life, love, and the battle between good and evil. Greek mythology is probably the one most of us are familiar with. Ever heard of Zeus? He was the king of the gods, ruling from Mount Olympus. These characters aren't just stale figures. They've inspired countless books, movies, and art throughout history. Greek mythology feels alive even today. Jumping over to Egyptian mythology, we meet gods like Ra, the sun god, and Osiris, the god of the afterlife. These myths give us interesting insights into how ancient Egyptians viewed life and death. They believed in mummification to prepare for the afterlife, making their beliefs even more intriguing. Next up is Norse mythology, where we encounter powerful figures like Odin, the Wise One, and Thor, the thunder god, with his mighty hammer. One of the craziest stories involves Ragnarok, the apocalypse in Norse beliefs. It tells of an epic battle that ends the world as we know it, making their mythology super intense and thrilling. Then we have Hindu mythology, rich with colorful stories from the Vedas and epics like the Mahabharata and Ramayana. These texts explore deep philosophical concepts like dharma, duty, and karma, the idea that our actions have consequences. There's so much depth and wisdom here that it's literally a life guide encapsulated in stories. Lastly, let's not forget indigenous mythologies. Cultures like Native American tribes and Aboriginal peoples have rich traditions that emphasize the connection between humanity and nature. Their myths often tell of spirits in the earth, water, and sky, showing us that mythology can also teach us about respecting our environment. Now, let's talk about some unique and lesser-known myths that are equally captivating. Take the story of Apollo and Daphne from Greek mythology. It's a tale about unrequited love, where Apollo, the god of music, falls for Daphne, who desperately wants to remain a free spirit. To escape him, she's transformed into a laurel tree. Then there's the quirky kappa from Japanese folklore, a water creature sometimes seen as mischievous. Kappa are known for pulling people into rivers, but they also have a more playful side, often depicted as adorable. This adds a fun dimension to Japanese mythology and highlights cultural respect for nature. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest stories known to man from Mesopotamia, tells us about friendship and the pursuit of immortality. It's a tale filled with adventure, showing how ancient cultures grappled with the same existential questions we face today. And let's not forget about Anansi the spider, a trickster figure from African folklore. Anansi's tales are not just entertaining, they teach important life lessons about cleverness, resilience, and the power of storytelling, reminding us that every culture has its own wisdom to share. So why do these myths matter? Well, a big part of mythology is symbolism. Symbols can convey deeper meanings, tapping into our collective unconscious. For example, serpents often symbolize renewal, while trees can represent life and growth. These symbols help us interpret the world around us and reflect the values of different cultures. Moreover, the stories serve as moral guides. They shape societal values and norms, demonstrating what is right or wrong through engaging narratives. Mythology isn't just a relic of the past, it's alive and thriving in today's pop culture. From books to movies and even video games, you can see myths everywhere. Think of the Percy Jackson series or the Marvel Universe, where characters like Thor and Loki bring the old myths to a new audience. These adaptations spark renewed interest in mythology, showing its relevance to our lives today. Plus, psychologists like Carl Jung believe that myths tap into something deeper, our collective unconscious, providing insight into who we are as human beings. In conclusion, mythology isn't just about gods and heroes. It's a deep well of human experience, teaching us about life, love, and morality. I hope you enjoyed this little journey through various mythologies and discovered something new. Don't forget to share your favorite myth in the comments below and hit that like button if you found this interesting. Subscribe for more fun adventures, and until next time, keep exploring the stories that shape our world.